We are officially halfway through, or just about halfway through, finishing renovations on the investment property. And so far, what we completed was the demo of the basement, removing the old paneling that was on the walls, removing the drop ceiling, removing the carpet, uh, throwing away all the trash and the old stands and things that's in the back that was in the laundry room, the storage room area, and basically putting in drywall, adding in the drywall to the ceiling, added in recessed lights. I added about 7 recessed lights, looks sweet. Um, and then they also framed out the bathroom and drywall the bathroom. They're right now doing the plumbing for the basement bathroom. The electrical was already ran for that bathroom, and also the bathroom that's upstairs on the middle floor, the primary bathroom. Building that from scratch is actually crazy. Just seeing how they built it from scratch with the vision, from demoing it out to basically framing it all out to doing the plumbing, doing the electrical, all of that. Just seeing how it all came together is kind of crazy to what it is right now. Also, the beam plan too, where when we removed the drop ceiling in the basement, we seen that the beam was bowing in. So we had to basically it's kind of crazy seeing them how they did it. They basically built two temporary walls that was helping to support the beam as they was going through with that replacement. The double door installations too for the primary bedroom. So the primary bedroom is also going to be like a bonus room too. It's going to be an optional room for the renter or the buyer. Haven't decided which route I'm gonna go with that yet. And basically, we did the double doors just so it will help out with that optional preference based on who gets it. And the layout is really good. When you open up them double doors, it really opens up that space, uh, if you want to extend um, the living area and everything. Um, and that wall, that double door separates the kitchen from that bonus room. And then also the layout, opening up the layout, the floor plan, when we knocked down that wall that was in between the dining room and the kitchen, and we're adding a peninsula over there, and it looks so good. Like seeing everything, like when you visually see everything, and then actually when you visually think about things and how you want things to be, and then actually seeing it come together is actually crazy and the best feeling. Um so what's been the biggest surprise so far has been the hidden issues that's just been coming about, like like the beam issue, right? The beam issue that was in the basement, we didn't see that issue going on until after we purchased the house and we removed all the drop ceiling. And then that's when that issue truly showed. It was so hard to see any issues with the ceiling or anything because we weren't allowed to remove anything as like people who are interested in buying it. Another thing was the floor leveling. So that was something that was already apparent when we bought the property. But um I didn't know how severe the unlevel flooring was until my contractor had to cut open in the floor to basically see what was going on. And basically, it was just like multi levels of flooring. And then also, that area used to be, before that bonus area was added on, it used to be a deck. So you can see when they pulled up the flooring, it was old deck from whenever it was back in the day that was still there. And he basically said that what was causing the unleveling was that usually decks are built to drop off, so they never leveled the flooring out, and they kept the drop off like that. So that was what was causing the uneven flooring in the kitchen. Also, the layout changes, just seeing everything um, come into fruition. Um, like I said, with the vision of everything, just seeing it, that's been some of my biggest surprises because this with this go round being like my second go round. Um, and this one is more serious of rehab, more than just the rehab that I did on the first house. Um, it took a lot of time and planning to really visualize what I wanted to be, and seeing that and putting that visualization to actually happening. Um, Also the cost adjustments. So with all of these hidden issues that happen, um, it was added expenses that came with it, like the beam, the floor, and everything. So it's real inconvenient when you plan for this specific thing, like the basement, to cost semi amount, but it ended up costing a couple more thousand more because of that beam replacement. Just like with the kitchen, um, to level out the floor, and that's like a added expense on top of what I originally thought it was going to be. So it's just all about um, adjusting to the cost, having contingencies that you can grab into, that you can dig into, basically, to make sure that you're covered under the budget for the total project. And then also with these added things and added issues that's going on, it pushes the timeline back. And that's been some of the biggest surprises too, because yeah, they are limited resources, limited people that are available. So that kind of like push thing completion of the kitchen back, the completion of the basement back, because in order to finish the laying, putting up the drywall in the ceiling, they had to fix the beam. So one thing is dependent on the other thing. So that delayed the basement and then also the kitchen, the flooring. We can't start putting in the cabinets and the countertops and everything until we level out the flooring. So everything has been big time shifts. But initially I wanted to get everything done within a month. I think that was probably like an unrealistic expectation of me to have all of that done within a month. But I think 2 months is doable. But going into 2 months, it don't seem like that's going to happen. Maybe 2.5 months. But I already set my deadline to be a hard 3 months, no more than 3 months. And so far, everything has been going so good, and that we're halfway through, and we're only at the end of month two, and we really got all the major things done. The last major thing that we're working on, the kitchen, and then once the kitchen is done, which is almost like really halfway done, like we just got to level out the flooring. We put in the cabinets, the ground and countertop, doing all the appliances, really, and then that's it. Everything we basically rolling with everything else, like the dining room electrical, it's easy, not gonna take long. The living room electrical recess lights ain't gonna take long. Just finishing the demo, ripping up the rest of the carpets, demoing one of the bathrooms that they need to remove the tile off the walls and possibly replace the uh, cast iron tub with a regular tub, repaint the rooms, light fixtures, and repaint the exterior of the house and doing the deck in the front of the house. And that's really it. The upstairs bathroom is already demoed. They just need to reframe it, basically extending that bathroom, um, doing all the flooring throughout the house. But really, there's not really much left to do. Everything is gonna go. It's gonna be automatic after the major things is done, which is was the bonus room was the major thing. The kitchen and the basement were the three biggest things that was going to take the longest, and that's basically almost done out the way. So everything is pretty much good. And then honestly, what I would do differently, I would say do everything in phases, right? So when I say phases, I mean like right now we are focused on one area, like the bonus area was the focus. So we demoed that, framed that, did the plumbing, the electrical, the painting, the the tiles, everything. I'd rather going forward do demo as one whole phase, like demo throughout the whole entire house. That way I can uncover all the hidden issues so we can start addressing each hidden issue rather than starting the process of framing or starting the process of renovating the area and then have to stop because we found a hidden issue and have all the resources and money have to go into that particular thing in that moment. So I'd rather just take care of all the issues all at once during the frame, after the during the demo and before the framing and everything like that. So that's kind of like one of the things I would do differently next go round. But what's next is really, um, like I mentioned before, just drywalling. Um, the rest of the places that need to be drywalling, finishing a lot of the, not really too much of the electrical, like the living room, dining room, tiling the bathrooms, doing the showers, the put it in the vanities, the light fixtures, the mirrors, the little accessories for the bathrooms, painting, finish the painting, redoing the back deck, and then also doing inspections. But really, that's not too much left. So we like I said, almost 50%, or you could say 50% done. Um, but like my contractor always told me, real estate is like one of those things to where during the first go round, you either gonna know if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. It's just one of those things where you just, people like it the first go round, won't like it. And me personally, I love it. I love it. Like, this has been a really learning experience, because all of this stuff that I'm learning, I like to be a handyman, so I can do to my own house too, to fix things in my house. But then not only that, I know my contractor ain't gonna be here forever. My contractor is my homeboy's grandfather, and although he's here and he said that he gonna be working as long as he can till the wheels fall off. Realistically, I know he's not gonna be here forever if I plan on doing this for the next 30, 40, 50 years. So it's nice to know the foundational things, so that when I do come in contact with other contractors, I kind of know whether they're doing good work or not, because I didn't heard of people having bad experiences with contractors, and I'm blessed that I haven't had that experience. But it's just so I have good knowledge and I'm not a dummy when it comes to getting into those type of avenues. But yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process of it. I don't have no regrets with ever getting into this process, and I do plan on continuing to continue building my business, building my real estate portfolio, and really taking off with this. I'm really grateful for y'all really taking the time out. I've been getting a lot of love and support from everybody, even strangers too. Really supporting me, even giving me advice too, because I came across some videos with the comments of people giving advice, things to check. And I actually take the advice too. I don't take offense to it. I really be taking that advice and really asking my contractor, like the waterproofing, or the I think I got a comment about the I think it was the code standards for like how high the cabinets have to be. Like, it has to be something about 18 inches, and I check with my contractor about that. So many things, and people trying to like give advice, even the support beam too. People giving advice on the support beam. Like, I've been taking y'all advice, and I'm grateful for all the love and support I've been getting. And I look forward to continuing that and showing y'all the unfiltered process of the BS that I go through. In this process, like I said, I learned that you take more L's than W's, and um, in my opinion, the wins really trump the losses, even though the losses are a lot more. But the wins definitely feel a lot like it makes the losses go away. And the losses for me are more like lessons that I learn to make sure that don't ever happen again. And like I said, this has been a learning experience, and I'm enjoying the journey and I'm enjoying the process. I've been busy as hell, but I already know it's all worth it in the end. So, like I said, thank y'all so much for the support and the love. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.